Hi, this is Rett Rasmussen here to talk about selecting a vented gas log set for your fireplace. We've created a flow chart that goes through the basic decisions that you need to make to help you find the right gas log set for your fireplace. Now, the flow chart looks a little daunting at first, but I'm going to walk you through it right now and some of the basic considerations. At the first there, we do talk about vented or vent-free. We've already decided you're going to go with a vented gas log set. Now it's the next step is to determine the control type. This helps narrow down to the sizing that will be coming down the pike here. And with the control types, we've got standing pilots, electronic ignition or pilot on demand, and match lighted. With the standing pilots, you have a choice of manual control, where you'll actually, every time you want to light your gas log set, you'll reach in and turn the knob to start the flow of gas to the main burner. You have variable remote control, where you have a handheld transmitter that will send a signal to the receiver at the gas log set to turn the unit on and raise and lower the flame. And you have remote ready, where you have a choice of 5 different types of transmitters that will provide on and off, no modulation of the flame, just on and off of your gas log set. Electronic ignition systems are a little more complicated, a little more size to go along with the additional functionality, but you've got choices of ones that will reside inside the firebox and those that will be located outside of the firebox. Outside of the firebox is most likely going to be during new construction or extensive remodels, where you can build a vault that would be outside of the fireplace but adjacent to it, so that you can locate your electricity and your gas external to the gas, and of course all the controls, the valve, the transformer, the control module, that are all larger components and more heat sensitive than other gas log controls. The other type would be the inside, which we have 2 different types there. We've got the type that is fairly large. It's about 4.5 inches wide, 9 inches deep, 5.5 inches tall, that will sit in the front right corner of your fireplace. And that takes up more space, so that's a consideration. We also have our valve vanisher, which locates all of the controls underneath the gas log set, raises the floor of your fireplace by 2 5/8 inches to house those components, but allows you to use a larger gas log set than what you could use with the other type, the EIS RS series. And on your control type, your basic one is your match lighted. Now, this is only going to be for natural gas. There is no match lighting of propane. Because of the nature of propane, you must have a safety control system of some sort. So match lighting is just every time you want to light your gas log set, you're going to strike a match, put it at the burner, and then at your valve that's normally outside of the fireplace, we call that a log lighter valve, you'll turn on the gas and ignite your log set. When you're done, you just go back to that valve and shut it off. Very basic, very easy. Some areas of the country do not allow match lighting. You need to check with your local jurisdictions to see what is allowed in your area. Now, once you get through the controls, then you get into determining the set size from your dimensions. You'll need to know the front width, the rear width, the depth, and the height of your fireplace, and also the location of your gas supply. If it comes out of the floor, there may be a collision potential, so you'll want to work with your fireplace retailer, gas log retailer, or directly with Rasmussen on working on getting the proper size. We also have on our website some rules of thumb and some other information to help you select the proper size, depending on whether you're going to locate the controls inside the firebox or outside of the firebox. When the controls are located outside the firebox, then you can go with a larger, a wider gas log set than what you can do with the controls are inside of the firebox. There's our rules of thumb. Your front width is going to depend on whether it's match lighted or you have the valve vanisher inside, whether you have the easy control system or millivolt control, or the electronic ignition or the larger millivolt control systems. The rear width, this is your limiting factor. You never want to have a gas log set whose size is larger than the width of the rear of the fireplace. Your depth is going to vary with burner style and size, and your height should be at least 16 inches. Some of our gas log styles are more hefty in their logs, and so they require a larger, taller opening, like our Evening Prestige, our Prestige Oak, and our Timber Fires. And in general, if you're going to use a safety control system, you could size it out as if it were match lighted and then downsize the log set by one size. For example, if you would normally put in a 24-inch for match lighted, you would go down to a 20 or a 21-inch for using with a control. Special considerations. You've got see-through fireplaces. We do offer gas log burners and logs for see-through fireplaces. Generally, because they don't have a taper, you'll be able to put a little bit larger log set into it, depending again on what the dimensions are. Rumford fireplaces have a very wide front width, a very narrow rear width, fairly shallow in depth, and a really tall opening. And we have special gas log sets and burners made to fit those particular dimensions. Very large fireplaces, unusually shaped fireplaces. Normally these fall into the custom arena, or you need to contact us with your dimensions, your fireplace, gas supply, sizing, other information. A nice photo would be helpful to let us give you a custom quote for that particular fireplace. So once you've got the controls figured out, then it's an issue of, am I going to put in logs, or am I going to go with the contemporary Alterna styles? If you're going with the logs, you're really kind of in the home stretch right now. You're going to select the type of burner, and you can look on our website for all the different selections we've got, and those kind of come down to the look that you're looking for. We have ones that have traditional grates with the Flaming Ember or the Flaming Ember Extra burner that has greater ember glow to it. We've got our LC and LD multi-burners that are used with the timber fire sets predominantly, but can be used with any of the other log styles to give you a more full flame for a larger masonry fireplace. We've got our custom pan burner that was the original gas log burner that Rett Rasmussen invented in 1958 and was the first type of pan burner system in the gas log industry. And then we've got our CXF, which is a hybrid of the Flaming Ember Extra burner and the custom pan burner. It brings the embers down to the hearth level, and while the logs reside still inside of the pan, just like in the custom pan burner, and give you a nice full flame. And then we have the TNA burner, which works well with Rumford fireplaces, as well as the Andiron Classic concept, where you have no visible grate, but you use the shanks of the andirons to support the logs of the evening series, so it looks like the log is burned through and fallen into the ember bed. Really nice effect. You don't find that in any other manufacturer. After that, you go to selecting your log style to fit onto the burners. Then it's just a matter of making the purchase. For Alterna, there's a couple different directions to go based on the two different burner styles that we've got. And I'm kind of holding off the fire glitter as a separate one. The custom sand burner, the CS, you would use uniform balls on it. You can use mixed fire balls on it, fire stones, fire shapes, and the fire glitter, fire drops, any of the glass type things on that. And from that you would select your color, of which we've got many different colors. 8 different ceramic stain colors for the ball shapes and stones, and for the glass and the fire drops, the bead type glass, you have other different colors available in that. The CXF burner, again, is a tapered burner that sits flush on the firebox floor, and it is not well suited because of the geometry for uniform fireballs. So uniform fireballs are set up in ranks and rows and give you that pyramidal shape. The CXF burner works well with the mixed fireballs, where you have a variety of sizes of round spheres and half balls, and also the fire stones, as well as the fire shapes, fire glitter, fire beads, fire drops. And then you have, again, select your colors, and then you're done. So enjoy your choice of what you've made for your fireplace. By going through this selection, you will select the gas log set or Alterna contemporary product that's perfect for your fireplace. Thank you.